Today's Thursday, the 25th of April, and it's been really quiet around the camp. The first couple of nights I got some whistles and so forth, and I've been leaving goodies out for them, some Nutty Buddy bars and stuff like that. And today, I'm the only one in the campground, by the way. And of course my trailer is right down there. But today when I did a walkthrough, found some interesting things. Right here on top of this stump is a stash of what looks like to be black walnuts. Not indigenous to this particular area. Higher up there's a lot of black walnut trees, but down here there's not. And all of these black walnuts look like they've been aged or stored. The skin is gone. It's just a shell. So, these have been around for a while, but yet somebody's collecting them up and put them on top of this pylon that separates the campgrounds. Okay, so it could be human, but it's just strange. Okay, folks, this is not me doing this, by the way. Another campground. It's the second campground or campsite down from mine. Again, nobody's here, but a lot more nuts. Very obvious that they've been left out for some reason. Okay, as many of you remember, in one of my previous stays up here, I had walked down and found 3 pine cones on top of a picnic table. Well, I'm back at this same campsite, same picnic table. My smiley face that I left is gone, but here we go, 3 pine cones stuck on top of each other. That definitely isn't me. No, it's too much of a coincidence. Here's another strange coincidence. Here on this rock, these pine cones have been stacked up, and right over there is the table where the 3 pine cones are, and where I left the smiley face. And if you remember right, I put an arrow that kind of pointed towards my camp, or down the road to where my camp was. Well, if you look at this real closely, it kind of looks like an arrow too, and it's pointing up a trail right there. It goes up into that little canyon there. For a frame of reference, here's the arrow. Kind of looks like an arrow, and there's the last stack of nuts that's sitting on that barrel. Now, when I did a walkthrough when I first came in, this stuff wasn't here, and there's been nobody here. It's very strange. I decided to leave them a little bit healthier treats, and since they're leaving me nuts, I thought I would give them back some nuts. These are sunflower seeds, unsalted sunflower seeds. Shaped them in an arrow pointing down where my camp is, at the other end of the 3 pine cones. So I do realize that as soon as a squirrel finds this, it's going to be Munch City, but if they're up there watching me, then this might be a good thing. Okay, I come back to collect up the nuts. Since they're an offering to me, I don't want to run a chance of insulting them by not accepting their gifts. So I've got my gloved hand on and an unopened Ziploc bag, and I'm going to put them in there. And I'm back at the second place, and I'm going to gather up these nuts, put them in my Ziploc with the ones I just gathered, and I'm trying to make it very evident that that's what I'm doing in case I'm being watched. Back to my camp, and I brought the nets with me, and I took a couple of them out. Basically what I wanted to do is if I'm being watched, I want to show them that I appreciate their offering, and so I'm going to see how these nuts taste. Now, the interesting thing about the black walnut is it's not in season right now. They're basically only good, and this is got full of meat. It's going to take me a little time to work the meat out, or work the nuts out of it. They're pretty good. Anyway, the black walnuts don't come into effect or in season until September, October. So these nuts have been carefully selected. The shells have been cleaned off of them, and they've been stored properly, and they're pretty good. So Bigfoot, if you're up there, these are good. Appreciate it. I can sit here and eat these all day. Except I'm going to have to get myself a nut pick to get some of this meat out of here. This might be one of their pastimes during the winter months when they're sitting in a cave trying to keep warm, is eating on their stash of walnuts. Another good one. Ooh, this looks good. These good too. They're just good store-bought. Maybe better. Ooh, it's got a nice sweet flavor to it too. So, somebody left me black walnuts, and they had to go through a great deal of trouble to get them. Save them, store them, bring them in and drop them at my camp during the night. That's not really typical some human would do. So, anyway, good eats. Back at the table where I left the sunflower seed arrows, and there's not a single sunflower seed there. I can see a couple on the ground. And the pine cones, there's just one. It's been about an hour since I've been here, first time, so, and it is down and around the corner from my camp. It's not something I can watch from here.